Hello, everyone. Welcome to lesson 5.3. And in this lesson, we are going to improve our user interface. But first, in the last lesson, I told you that I have also been testing my apps on the Android emulator, but I actually did not. So let's switch it to this, our Android emulator, and let's run the app on it quickly and test it if it works properly. This might take a little bit of time, so we might have to wait. But it is important to always test your app on both simulators. And I would also recommend that you have both devices. Personally, if you have an iPhone or an Android phone, keep testing your apps on both of the devices. So let's see. Let's choose an emoji. Let's set a name, full name. One, two, three. Add goal. And we see now it is working. Okay, great. So now let's go back. And for the rest of this tutorial, we will actually be testing our app on the Android emulator. And in the end, we will test it on the iOS again. So if we go back our Figma files, we see that there are some differences, some that we do like. For example, the save button, which I want to keep. Steps are good addition. Steps now have plus, but in the home screen, we see that there are some differences. Now let's try to improve those. So run the app again. Now let's first of all add a few more goals. So I added a few more goals and now I can see that all of the actually are scrollable. So that is good. Now let's delete a goal and it is deleted. A big problem I see is that in our Figma files, we have the checkbox on the right, but in our app, we have the delete steps button on the right. I think we should not be able to delete steps once we have created the goal. If we want to delete steps, we should be able to delete the entire goal and then go back and create a new goal. So let's try to fix that. So first, let's find our checkboxes. Aha, so here we have our checkboxes. And now we can actually tell our AI to move these checkboxes to the end of the line, to the end of the tile, and remove the delete step button. Move the checkbox in card, the of the line as a trailing attribute and remove the delete icon. Steps should not be able to be deleted from the home screen. And now we wait. Hey, it has made some changes. Let's start the app, go and check it. Hey, yes, it is working. That is good. That is what we want. Change the color. We can actually change this color ourselves. Hey, so now we have it. Our active color is green and our check color is white. Now it matches that. In this way, you can actually go and find all these different labels and you can change them yourself. For example, the bar color, the step color, there is a line in between them. These things are sometimes easier to change rather than asking the AI to change them. You can actually go and change them yourself and you can do it much more quickly. So I will return second after I have changed all these values. Okay, so I have returned now. I have made a lot of changes, some which I have saved, some which I will just show you now. So in the add goal screen is this one. You can see that it's not exactly like our original screen that we wanted, but it is very similar. I have created a theme. And I think you should expect this because what you create in Figma, if you're a self entrepreneur, many times you will not be able to replicate it, but you should be happy enough with it. For example, I did not change the app bar's color because this purple actually I did not like anymore. So I stayed with this sky blue color that I have. I changed the emojis color. I changed the add gold buttons color. I changed this one to slightly darker ones, making it easier to see. If we go to our home screen, some of these are a little bit different. For example, this color now matches it, but it looks slightly odd. So we fixed it. We fixed that. We added this icon. We also changed the color for the loading bar. Sorry, not the loading bar, but the progress bar. We also changed the color for the progress bar, as you can see now fills. But I also, but we also changed the colors for the checkboxes. We also changed the color for the floating action button. We changed it to plus and add goal. So it works like this now. But one final thing I want to do is I want to add some animations to it. Now remember, this is not our final version. This is just to show you what I have done. Of course, I can work on it more and more and making it better and better, but I think you get the general gist of it. How I did all these things was I went through the code manually. And with clean architecture, you have to remember that most of the code is being changed in the presentation layer. And even in presentation layer, in screens and widgets, these are the two folders which have all the files related to the visual aspect. Whatever you see on the screen will be in these two folders or directories, screens and widgets. So you can go to these, find out each of these files. You can also ask AI for help. For example, I asked AI to help me with moving the bar, the progress bar, and it did. But I encourage you to do it yourself. Do not leave the visual aspects to the AI. For example, I changed the floating action button to an extended floating action button. I changed the goal card a lot. I changed a lot of things in it, made the colors change. For example, if all the steps are now complete, the bar is now green. Otherwise, it is yellow. Now, The thing is, many of these features, AI generated it himself or themselves. And I did not want to remove these features. I wanted to keep these features with me. So I left them in there. But I encourage you to play around with it, do it yourself, fix the visual aspects yourself as much as possible. Finally, something that I want to do is I want to add animations. Make the linear progress bar fill up slowly with color and animation. Also, when all steps are complete, play a confetti animation. Boom. Now, AI is very good at generating animations, and let's see what it does. We might have to wait a little bit. It says that it has added animation, so let's first of all check it. Let's select one step is complete. Oh, wow. See how smooth that is. That's amazing. And remember, we did not even have to do anything, it happened by itself. If we check it out, uncheck it, it goes back. This is the other thing it said it added was once you select all the steps are complete, there's a confetti animation. So let's go. Oh, wow. Okay. Not very good, but I like it. Happen again? Oh, no, it only happens once you check the app. And all the goals are saved. Well, this is very good. It did change a lot of things, by the way. Not a lot that I was expecting, but it's okay. So now that I have accepted all the changes, let's go to our Git and let's commit all of these. First, let's stage them. So all three are staged. Generate a commit message. Factor goal management UI and added better animations. Made our changes. Go to our source tree. And there we go. We now have three different commits. So this is the most recent one. Now, we have done a lot of things. Our app is almost done, but there are some features that are left. I want you to be prepared for the future. In the next session, I'm going to show you what you can actually do with cursor and what your future journey should look like. Oh, yes, totally forgot. Let's check our app with iOS Simulator. So let's iOS, stop the app, iOS is selected, F5, and let it launch on iOS now. Okay, so you will see that we have two different goals here, right? Here we have different goals, but on the Android we had different goals. That's because we are saving our goals into the local storage. That's good. That's what we wanted. So let's check it. Boom. He made it fill. And boom, there's the confetti. Okay, the confetti doesn't look so good, but we can definitely improve it in the future. Now, that is it. See you in the next lesson, and goodbye.